myself, Professor Aniket Zambre from BMIT Solapur. So today we are going to discuss or learn about the power plants, which is one of the important topics from basic mechanical engineering engineering. Okay. So regarding power plants, so first of all, what is meant by power plant or what is a power plant? So nowadays, everywhere we need the electricity. Suppose if we are at our home, we are in college, we are in some malls, everywhere we need the electricity. And the generation of electricity is very important. So where we generate the electricity, such plant is known as power plant. Or the industrial arrangement for generating the electricity is known as power plant. Isn't it? So what is need of power plant? So as we need the electricity everywhere, if we are at home, if we are in college, if we are in any industry, also for the transportation purpose, we need the industry electricity. That's why the generation is very important. Okay. So to generate the electricity, we need the power plants, or with the help of power plants, we can generate the electricity. So what are the types of power plants? So regarding our syllabus, there are only three important power plants, and those are nothing but hydroelectric power plant, thermal power plant, and nuclear power plant. So in case of hydroelectric power plant, the electricity is generated with help of water. That's why it is known as hydroelectric. Or the energy of hydro, that means water, is converted to electric energy in case of hydroelectric. In case of thermal, the chemical energy of the fuel is converted into electric energy. And in case of nuclear, the nuclear energy is converted into electrical energy in case of nuclear power plants. So these three are important from syllabus point of view. Okay. So the main resources or resource generally required for the power plant are nothing but the fossil fuels and the water. Okay. So we will study each and every power plant in detail. So again, starting with hydroelectric power plant. So again, the name suggests hydro, that means water. So the energy of water will be converted into electric energy. That is nothing but hydroelectric power plant. So here we have drawn the hydroelectric power plant, the schematic sketch of the hydroelectric power plant, isn't it? So in which there is a reservoir of the water, which is nothing but a dam. Okay. So this is a dam through which the water is used, or through which water is supplied to the turbine with help of a penstock. That big pipe is known as penstock, and this water is supplied to the turbine with help of the penstock. And in turbine or in powerhouse, there is a turbine, and because of which, as the turbine rotates, that rotary motion is again utilized to convert it into electrical energy in powerhouse. So just see the various elements of the hydroelectric power plant. So first one is nothing but reservoir. So reservoir is nothing but a storage of water, where we store the water which is coming from the rain, that is stored here, which is known as reservoir. Next, dam. This is nothing but wall of dam. It must be a rigid one, so that it should sustain the pressure of the water which is acting on inner side of the wall. That is nothing but dam. Next one, trackrash. So trackrash is nothing but just like a filter, which filters the debris which are coming from the rainwater, and those are entering in the penstock. So it is required or necessary, because if the debris are coming through the penstock, it may block the nozzle of the turbine. So that's why a trackrash is required. So it is nothing but a filter, okay, which filters the water before entering into the penstock. Next one, penstock. So penstock is nothing but a big pipe which is used to convey the water right from reservoir to the turbine. So that is nothing but penstock. And generally it is made from RCC, that means reinforced cement concrete, or MS, that is mild steel. So generally these materials are used for penstock. Next one, support blocks. So these are the blocks or supports to support the penstock, bigger pipe. Okay. Next, there is a valve to control the flow of water which is supplied to the turbine, there is a valve to control the flow of the water. Nozzle. So the water coming from the penstock impinges on the valves of the turbine, and for that nozzle is used. Okay. Next one, turbine. This is a Pelton wheel turbine in which there are cup-shaped valves on which the water is going to impinge, and through help of which this rotor is made to rotate about the fixed axis. That means the energy, mechanical water energy is converted into mechanical energy by using these turbines, and this energy, mechanical energy produced inside the turbine or the help of the turbine is again converted into electricity by using the generators or gensets. So this is nothing but powerhouse in which there is a turbine. Okay. Next one, surge tank. So what is surge tank? So it is just fitted before the valve. Surge tank is nothing but a device which is just fitted just before the valve. In case suppose if I am going to close the water or close the valve, in case you have to stop the generation, so it is required to close the valve, that is water supply which is given to the turbine. In that case, if we close the valve suddenly, the pressure inside the penstock is going to increase tremendously, and because of which the penstock may get burst. So to avoid that, these surge tanks are provided so that the pressure acting inside the penstock will get reduced, and the water in the surge tank will get lifted to reduce the pressure inside the penstock. So these are the different elements of the hydroelectric power plant. So next, regarding the site selection for the hydroelectric power plant. So while selecting the site for hydroelectric power plant, we need a lot of area or lot of land, as there is a water reservoir which requires more space to store the water. Next one, the dam. So to build the dam, there must be a rock foundation at the floor space, because the dam or dam wall must be a rigid one. Whenever the pressure acts on the dam wall, it should be a rigid, it should not get fed. That's why for constructing the dam, there must be a rigid rock at the bottom, at the floor. Next one, again the most important point regarding the hydroelectric power plant is nothing but rainfall. So the rainfall must be comparatively more, because the power plant runs only on the water which is stored at the reservoir. So if there is a rainfall, then and then only you can store the water, and then and then only you can run the turbines. That's why while selecting the site for the hydroelectric power plant, the rainfall is very important. Okay. Next one, again regarding the reservoir, the catchment area which is required for the water reservoir should be bigger one, so that we can collect the maximum water within the rainy season, and that can be used throughout the year for the generation purpose. So that is regarding the site selection for the hydroelectric power plant. Next one, classification of the power plant. So the hydroelectric power plants are classified according to the head. So what is meant by head? So the head is nothing but the difference or height between the center of the nozzle to the top layer of the water. Top layer of the water. This difference or this height is known as head. So according to head, these hydroelectric power plants are categorized or classified into three groups. First one, low head. Number two, medium head. And number three, high head. So low head, that means whose head is up to 30 meters. If the head of the power plant is less than 30 or up to 30 meters, it is known as low head. For medium head, the head requirement or 30 meter to 180 meters. And if the head is more than 180 meters, it is termed as hydro. So these are the three types of hydroelectric power plant classified according to the head. So this is the classification of hydroelectric power plant. Next one, moving towards the advantages of hydroelectric power plant. So what are the advantages of hydroelectric power plant? So in case of hydroelectric power plant, the running charges or running cost of the hydroelectric power plant is very less as compared to other one, that is as compared to thermal and nuclear power plant. The running cost of the hydroelectric is very less. Second one, the number of labors required in case of hydroelectric power plant are also less. Number of labors required are also less in case of hydroelectric power plant. Third one, the maintenance charges of the hydroelectric power plant are also less. Again, in case of hydroelectric power plants, there are no exhaust gases. So there is no air pollution or water pollution at all. Again, whatever the water we are using for running or rotating the turbine, that is again given to the rivers. So there is no water pollution as well as air pollution at all. So these are some of the advantages of the hydroelectric power plant. Now regarding the disadvantages. So the main disadvantage regarding the hydroelectric power plant is nothing but the uncertainty of the rainfall. As we need the reservoir or water in reservoir to run the power plant, and that water is collected from the rain, isn't it? So that's why if the rain is uncertain, that means it is not reliable, isn't it? So it is not reliable because it totally depends upon the rainfall. So in case there is no rainfall, we cannot run the plant. That is the major drawback, major disadvantage. Second one, the land required for the hydroelectric power plant is more, because to store the water, whatever the land required is in square kilometers. That's why the land required is more. That means obviously the costing or initial cost of the hydroelectric power plant is too high as compared to other two types. So these are the disadvantages of the hydroelectric power plant.